Caitlin Clark has already cemented herself as one of the most electrifying players in women's basketball. But her off-season transformation is something nobody saw coming. She's not just working harder, she's working smarter, redefining her game, and taking steps to ensure she dominates in ways we've never seen before. Whether it's refining her shooting mechanics, strengthening her body, or sharpening her mental approach, Clark's evolution is setting the stage for a season that could shatter records. So what exactly has she been doing? Let's break it all down. A sharper, more explosive shooting stroke. Caitlin Clark's deep-range three-point shooting is already legendary, but this offseason, she's fine-tuning her mechanics to become even deadlier. One of the biggest areas she's focused on is improving her shot consistency, especially when fatigued. Throughout her college career, Clark has taken an insane volume of shots. Pull-ups, step-backs, contested threes, you name it. However, as defenses start to scheme against her more aggressively, she knows she can't rely on sheer talent alone. Reports from her training sessions suggest she's working extensively on maintaining a repeatable shooting form, even in high-pressure, late-game situations. She's also incorporating more advanced footwork into her shot preparation, making it nearly impossible for defenders to predict where she'll launch from next. Imagine an already unstoppable shooter now refining her movement patterns, eliminating bad habits, and optimizing her shot trajectory. It's terrifying for opponents. But wait, there's more. Clark is also experimenting with quicker release points and extending her range even further. Yes, as if pulling up from the logo wasn't enough, she's pushing her shooting drills beyond the WNBA three-point line, ensuring she can fire off clean looks against taller and more physical defenders. If this off-season training pays off, we might be looking at the best deep-range shooter in women's basketball history. Physical transformation, stronger, faster, and more durable. If there's one thing every great player realizes, it's that physical endurance is just as crucial as skill. Clark is already known for playing heavy minutes, but the WNBA is an entirely different beast. With an even more grueling schedule and elite-level defenders coming at her every night, she's making sure her body can handle the grind. Her off-season training has included an intense focus on building core strength, lower body power, and overall agility. Strength training is allowing her to absorb contact better, making her drives to the basket more unstoppable. With added muscle, she's no longer just a finesse player. She's embracing the physicality of the pro game, meaning defenders who try to bump her off course will find themselves getting out-muscled instead. Another key focus has been speed and endurance. Clark's training regimen includes track workouts, high-intensity interval training, and specialized agility drills designed to make her even faster in transition. The goal? To maintain peak explosiveness throughout all four quarters. By improving her conditioning, she's ensuring that her late-game heroics won't come at the cost of exhaustion. Think about it. Caitlin Clark, with even more stamina, strength, and speed, that's a scary thought for defenders who are already struggling to keep up with her. A new focus on defensive versatility. Let's be real. Offense has always been Clark's calling card. She can light up the scoreboard from anywhere on the floor. But the greats don't settle, and this offseason, she's making sure her defense matches her offensive brilliance. Defense has been one of the few criticisms of Clark's game, but she's taking it personally. Coaches and insiders have reported that she's dedicating extra hours to improving her lateral quickness, reading passing lanes, and contesting shots more effectively. The WNBA is filled with elite scorers, and Clark is making sure she's not just a target on defense, but an asset. She's been studying defensive film like never before, breaking down the tendencies of WNBA scorers and learning how to anticipate their moves. On top of that, she's working on using her basketball IQ to disrupt plays before they even happen. The goal is to turn her into a true two-way player, someone who can not only drop 30 on you, but also lock you down when it matters. Imagine if Clark starts forcing turnovers, leading fast breaks, and turning defensive stops into instant offense. It would take her game to another level. And from everything we're hearing, that's exactly what she's planning to do. Expanding her leadership role. One of the biggest things separating good players from great players is leadership. Caitlin Clark has always been a competitor, but this offseason, she's been taking her leadership skills to another level. Reports suggest she's been working closely with veterans, learning how to command a locker room and elevate the players around her. Leadership in the pros is different from college. She's no longer just the best player on the floor. She's expected to be the voice of her team. That means communicating more, holding teammates accountable, and making sure everyone around her is operating at their highest level. Her leadership training isn't just about motivation, it's also about basketball intelligence. Clark has been breaking down game film, learning from the best playmakers in WNBA history, and studying ways to manipulate defenses beyond just her scoring. She wants to make every teammate better, whether it's through next-level passing, setting the right screens, or calling the right plays at the perfect moment. And let's be honest, if you were a teammate of Caitlin Clark, you'd listen. She's a generational talent, and if she's taking her leadership skills to the next level, that's a game changer for whatever team she's on. Expanding her playmaking to elite levels. Caitlin Clark is already one of the best passers in the game, but this offseason, she's been working on taking her playmaking to an entirely new level. Her vision and ability to create for others have always been strong, but in the WNBA, defenses are quicker, smarter, and more relentless. To stay ahead, she's studying every angle of the game, anticipating defensive rotations, perfecting no-look dimes, and improving her ability to manipulate defenders with her eyes and body language. One major focus has been passing out of double teams. Clark draws so much defensive attention that teams will try to trap her at half court or force her into tough decisions. Instead of just escaping the pressure, she's working on turning those traps into opportunities. Whether it's a lightning-quick cross-court pass, a perfectly timed bounce pass to a cutting teammate, or a lob over the top to an open big, she's making sure defenses pay for sending extra bodies at her. But it doesn't stop there. She's also refining her pick-and-roll mastery. The pick-and-roll is the bread and butter of any elite ball handler, and Clark wants to become unpredictable in it. She's developing better chemistry with screeners, working on precision pocket passes, and finding new ways to keep defenses guessing. If she can consistently read every defensive coverage and counter it instantly, she won't just be a scorer, she'll be a complete offensive weapon. And here's the scary part. Clark's combination of deep-range shooting and elite playmaking is already a nightmare for defenses. Now imagine her with even better timing, accuracy, and vision. How do you stop someone who can torch you for 35 points or drop 15 assists in a game? Spoiler alert, you can't. Her evolution as a playmaker might be the final piece that transforms her from a star into a true generational force. If she's making her teammates better while still being one of the most unstoppable scorers in the game, she's going to redefine what's possible for a point guard in the WNBA. And at this point, we should all be asking, just how high is her ceiling? Because it's looking like limitless. A mentality shift from star to legend. The final piece of Clark's off-season transformation isn't physical, it's mental. Every elite athlete hits a point where they have to decide, am I just great or am I going to be legendary? And from everything we're hearing, Caitlin Clark is choosing legendary. She's working with sports psychologists to sharpen her mental game, ensuring she stays composed under pressure, bounces back instantly from mistakes, and maintains the killer instinct needed to dominate at the highest level. Confidence has never been an issue for Clark, but now she's fine-tuning the mental discipline that separates the greats from the GOATs. She's also setting her sights beyond individual accolades. Sure, she wants MVPs, records, and personal milestones, but her real goal, championships, rings, the kind of legacy that cements her as one of the greatest to ever step on the court. And when a player with her talent and work ethic locks in with that kind of mentality, there's no stopping them. Caitlin Clark isn't just getting better. She's evolving in every single aspect of the game. Sharper shooting, a stronger body, improved defense, elevated leadership, and an unbreakable mentality. The version of Clark we see next season could be the most dangerous we've ever witnessed. The question is, are her opponents ready for what's coming? Because from what we're seeing, the answer is probably not. If you're excited to see Caitlin Clark take over the league, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because this is just the beginning of a legendary journey.